Hi all, Miss Stoffridgen again, and today is Friday and my phone is in airplane mode, so hopefully what happened yesterday will not happen again today. We will start with, I'm going to tell you in your packet, we're skipping this day. So radical equation notes day 3. You can put a little X on it and turn the page. So I will tell you what it was you're going to learn extraneous solutions, and that's just not that big of a deal. And anyway, it's a little confusing to teach, especially by video. So we're just not going to do that right now. Okay. All right. We're going to start on your review. So here is your solving radical equations review. And we are not going to do the back either because that's all about extraneous solutions. So you're only having to do 1 through 12 on the front, okay? And since it is a review and it's not a teaching day, I'm going to go a little bit faster so y'all can make sure you understand it, okay? So without further ado, front page only, 1 through 12. Let's knock it out. Today's Friday. Woohoo! You know I love a Friday. All right. Radicals by itself, it's isolated, so we're going to square both sides. And so you get a 2x minus 4 equals 6 times 6 is 36. Then you are going to add a 4 to both sides. And you get 2x equals, what is 36 plus 4? Yes, 40. Divide by 2. And x is 20. Y'all good? Check. Good job. All right, number 2, you have to do 2 things before you get the radical by itself. You need to subtract a 10. Got to do that first. And you have 3 root 2x plus 9. 55 minus 10 is 45. Okay, then you're going to divide by this 3 right here. So divide by 3. And you have root 2x plus 9. And 45 divided by 3 is 15. Okay. Then you're going to square both sides. And you get 2x plus 9 right here. And 15 times 15 is 225. And then you have to subtract 9. Oh, I'm running out of room. All right, and you're going to get 2x equals 225 minus 9 is 216. Then you divide by 2. Oh, sorry, y'all. X is 216 divided by 2 is 108. Okay. Sorry, I must have written too big. Sorry about that. All right, number 3. All right, you have a square root on just the left. So I'm going to square both sides. So that gives me an x over 4 here. 5 times 5 is 25. 2 times 2 is 4. Fraction equals a fraction. I cross multiply. Okay, x times 4 is 4x. 25 times 4 is 100. Divide by 4, and you get x is 25. You doing awesome. Good job. All right, down to number 4. All right, radicals by itself, so you square both sides. You have a 5x over 6 equals 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, so what I do is I multiply both sides by the denominator, which is 6. Those cancel, and you get 5x equals 9 times 6 is 54. Divide by 5. And that cannot reduce, can it? Nope. 5 doesn't go into that, so it's just 54 over 5. I feel like y'all should be getting this. We've been doing it for several days. Pretty easy, isn't it? It's a little bit better than the simplifying radicals unit last time. This is a good one to do on video. All right, square root equals square root. So you're going to square that side and square that side. Y'all good? So you have a 4x minus 3 equals just a 5. Okay, add 3, add 3. 4x equals 8. Divide by 4. X equals 2. My work's getting a little sloppy because I'm going too fast. Are y'all good? Good. All right, now this one's going to be tricky because this 4, do you see how that 4 is not under the radical? So put a star by this one. It's a little bit different, okay? So I'm going to square this and I'm going to square this, but this is going to be different over here. Watch. What's root x times root x? correct. That's just an x. Now be careful here. What is 4 squared? What is 4 times 4? Yes, it's 16. Now, what is root 2 times root 2? Come over here. Remember this? Root 2 times root 2 is just a 2. So it's 16 times 2, which is x is going to equal 16 times 2 is 32. Y'all get that? Excellent. We're halfway done, guys. All right, number 7. Here's the radical. You need to get rid of the 3, so I'm going to divide by 3. And you have a root 4x equals 30 over 3 is 10. Good. So now you have radical by itself, so you can square both sides. And you get a 4x equals 10 times 10 is 100. And then you divide by 4, and you get x is 4 goes into 100 25 times. Y'all good? Great. I love to hear it. Just picturing y'all answering me back. All right, 10 times this guy, so I'm gonna have to divide this by 10. Y'all good? And then you have square root of 2x over 9 equals 20 over 10 is 2, okay? That probably needs to look like that. All right, so now I'm gonna have the radical all by itself, isolated the radical. So I square both sides and I get just a 2x over 9 equals 4. Y'all good? So now I'm going to multiply both sides by this 9 right here. Those cancel. And so I have a 2x equals 9 times 4 is 36. You divide by 2 and you get 2 goes into 36 18 times. Y'all good? Good. I love to hear it. All right, number 9, ready? All right, we got to get this guy by itself, so I need to get rid of the 6. So I'm going to minus 6. So I have the square root of x minus 3 equals, what's 11 minus 6? It's 5. Good. Now I square both sides. Square, square, and I get an x minus 3 equals, what's 5 squared? Yes, 25. All you have to do for here is just add 3, add 3. If I could picture you right now, y'all are liking this unit, aren't you? You do the same thing over and over, which I agree is pretty nice. All right, we have last 3 and we will call it a day and the weekend will begin, okay? All right, here we go. All you have to do here is a minus 2 and a minus 2. You good? And so you have 6 square roots of x minus 7 equals 18. Y'all good? Divide by that guy, so divide by a 6. And you have a square root of x minus 7 equals 18 over 6 is 3. Is everybody good? All right, now the radical's by itself. It's isolated, so you square both sides. And you have an x minus 7 equals 3 squared is 9. You good? Last thing is add 7, x equals 7 plus 9 is 16. Is everybody okay? Awesome. 2 more problems and your review is done. I think we have a quiz on Monday, but y'all should ace it because this stuff is pretty easy, right? All right, how do you get rid of a 1/3? Yes, you're going to multiply both sides by 3. Those would cancel, and you got to multiply what you do to one side, you do to the other. All right, so you're going to left with here, square root of 4y equals 4 times 3 is 12. Good? Radicals by itself, it's isolated, so you square, and you have a 4y equals what's 12 squared? Yes, 144. Good. Divide by 4, and y is 36. Y'all doing okay? All right, last problemo. It's a square root on the left and on the right. They're both isolated, so y'all should like these. You're just going to square both sides and pulls out 3y minus 5 equals y plus 11. Good. And I'm going to do my y's first. I'm going to minus the y. 3y minus y is a 2y. Then I'm going to add my 5. That is 11 plus 5 is 16. And then I divide by 2. I get y is 8. All right, we made it, guys. Review's done, and I did it with one take. So y'all have a fabulous weekend, and get ready for your test on Monday. Or quiz. All right, bye.